Very good afternoon everyone. Welcome to Infinity Learn by Sri Chaitanya. This is Dr. Priyanka and today we are going to have a mock test with full grade 11th and 12th syllabus. I hope you all are ready for it. Join fast, फटाफट से अपना attendance mark कर दो. Say hi, hello in the chat box. Hello Prachi, good afternoon everyone. तो आज का सेशन बहुत ज़्यादा इम्पॉर्टेंट है. जैसे हम काफ़ी प्रीवियस सेशन से क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करते आ रहे हैं. आई टोल्ड यू दैट नाउ इज़ द टाइम व्हेन वी स्टार्ट सॉल्विंग फुल सिलेबस क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम बोथ ग्रेड 11th एंड 12th. तो आज के इस सेशन में हम 11th एंड 12th के सारे इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस डिस्कस करेंगे एंड डेफिनेटली many questions will be coming in NEET examination from here. Okay, so stay with me till the end of the session. Like this, we will be bringing full syllabus mock test for future as well. So if you have not subscribed to Infinity Learn NEET channel, please make sure that you subscribe, like the session and press the bell icon for all the notification. हमारे टेलीग्राम चैनल को भी आपको ज्वाइन करना है ताकि आपको सारे PDFs मिलते रहें for revision. Okay, hello Noor, Hashmi, Rahul, good afternoon everyone. So are you all ready and excited for the class? शुरू करें. चलिए. So before we begin with our session, let me tell you that we are bringing NEET 2025 All India Test Series for you all. तो अगर आप चाहते हो कि एक स्ट्रक्चर्ड वे में आप मॉक टेस्ट दो, फुल सिलेबस टेस्ट दो और अपने मार्क्स इंप्रूव करो नीट एग्जामिनेशन में, तो ये बहुत ही अच्छा मौका है. यू कैन ज्वाइन दिस टेस्ट सीरीज जहाँ पे आपको मिलेंगे क्वेश्चन पेपर्स. राइट, आपको मिलेगा 27 AITS, 13 यूनिट, 4 पार्ट, 10 ग्रैंड टेस्ट एंड ऑल द टेस्ट विल बी बेस्ड ऑन द लेटेस्ट नीट पैटर्न. ओके, तो जैसे पता है हमको कि थोड़ा पैटर्न हमारा चेंज हो गया है, तो उसके बेसिस पे आपको सारे टेस्ट मिलेंगे. ओके, सो हेलो स्नेहा, हेलो राहुल, good afternoon, very good afternoon. So when we talk about the entire syllabus of grade 11th and 12th, we know that there are certain chapters जिनका weightage बहुत ज़्यादा है. ठीक है, so on an average हर चैप्टर से 3 क्वेश्चन आने चाहिए, बट कुछ चैप्टर्स हैं जैसे कि बायोमोलिक्यूल्स हो गया, जैसे बायोटेक्नोलॉजी हो गया एंड ह्यूमन रिप्रोडक्शन हो गया, तो यहाँ से ज़्यादा क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. लाइक ह्यूमन रिप्रोडक्शन से, बायोमोलिक्यूल से 5-5 क्वेश्चंस नीट 2024 में आए थे. So you need to prepare accordingly. Okay, you need to focus accordingly. You need to put more efforts on those chapters, right? Okay. Oh, very nice, Neha, to meet you here, and I hope आपका board exam अच्छा गया होगा. So are you ready for it? So my students are very excited. I'm really happy कि board exam देने के बाद भी आप आ गए हो यहाँ पे question solve करने. Thank you very much, and that will be beneficial for you as well. तो चलिए देखते हैं क्या है हमारा फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन और इसके साथ ही शुरू करते हैं हमारा सेशन. रेडी? ओके, सो या दिस इज द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन फॉर यू एंड योर टाइम स्टार्ट्स नाउ. टाइमर साथ साथ में चलता जाएगा. 30 सेकेंड्स का टाइमर है. दैट मीन्स यू विल हैव टू आंसर विद इन दोज 30 सेकेंड्स. तो चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं. I want everyone to answer. There are so many students live here. I want everyone to answer. सबको आंसर देना है, जल्दी आंसर देना है, within 30 seconds आंसर देना है. Okay? So this is a statement based question. Like I told you, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा statement based question solve करो, assertion and reason question solve करो, और assertion and reason के लिए special classes भी मैंने ली हैं, तो वो questions भी देखो, आप ट्राई करो कि करेक्ट आंसर दे पाओ. राइट, सो हियर द क्वेश्चन इज डिजीजेस विच आर ट्रांसमिटेड फ्रॉम वन पर्सन टू अनदर आर कॉल्ड इन्फेक्शियस डिजीजेस. डेफिनेटली अ क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम ह्यूमन हेल्थ एंड डिजीज चैप्टर. अमंग इन्फेक्शियस डिजीजेस कैंसर इज द मेजर कॉज ऑफ डेथ. सो बच्चा, स्टेटमेंट 1 इज करेक्ट बट 2 इज फॉल्स. कैंसर इज नॉन इन्फेक्शियस. इट विल नॉट स्प्रेड फ्रॉम वन पर्सन टू अनदर. जो बैक्टीरियल इन्फेक्शंस होते हैं, वायरल इन्फेक्शंस होते हैं, फंगल इन्फेक्शंस होते हैं, protozoal infections, so those are considered as infectious diseases because it gets transmitted from one person to another. Okay, Saksham, Divyanka, Prachi, Abhishek, Sneha. So the correct answer for this question will be C. Good, keep it up. सबने सही जवाब दिया है. Next question पे आते हैं. Next question and your time starts now. So try this one. Okay. Yes, Sheetal. Rahul, okay. So time up हो चुका है. Let's see. Disease which are observed in infants by birth are refers to as. So जो diseases by birth होती है उन diseases को बोला जाता है congenital diseases. Okay. Acquired diseases are the one that we acquire during our lifetime as we are exposed to different and various pathogens. Communicable diseases are infectious diseases जो spread करेगा from one person to another, and occupational diseases are related to the occupation of a particular person, right? Like we have studied in breathing and exchange of gases, right? So इसी तरह से ये सारे diseases हैं, but congenital will be present since birth. Very good. So next question for you all, and your time starts now. So try this one. Your timer is running. Try to be quick. Okay, Farzana, Saksham, Sneha. चलो देखते हैं क्या है correct answer. Which of the following is not true about T lymphocyte? Okay, so few things we need to remember about T lymphocytes and B lymphocyte, that both the B and T lymphocytes are produced in bone marrow. B lymphocytes matures in bone marrow, whereas T lymphocytes mature in thymus. B lymphocyte is majorly associated with the humoral immunity because वो बनाते हैं antibodies, and T lymphocytes will majorly help in cell mediated immunity, but not only help in cell mediated immunity, क्योंकि helper T cells are responsible for activation of or for helping B lymphocytes as well, isn't it? तो इसीलिए अगर हम T lymphocyte को बोलें कि ये सिर्फ और सिर्फ सेल मीडिएटेड इम्यूनिटी के लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल है तो वो गलत हो जाएगा स्टेटमेंट. सो कीप दिस इन माइंड. सो कैन यू सी विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज नॉट ट्रू अबाउट T lymphocytes? ठीक है. सो हियर इट इज गिवन दे आर इन्वॉल्व्ड ओनली इन सेल मीडिएटेड इम्यूनिटी. तो T lymphocytes मेजरली तो सेल मीडिएटेड इम्यूनिटी के लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल है, बट व्हाट अबाउट हेल्पर T सेल्स, है ना? सो हेल्पर T सेल्स का काम तो B lymphocytes को एक्टिवेट करना या हेल्प करना भी होता है, तो कहीं ना कहीं दिस इज ऑल्सो रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर ह्यूमोरल इम्यूनिटी. नेक्स्ट, दे आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर ग्राफ्ट रिजेक्शन. दिस इज करेक्ट. बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट स्टेटमेंट है, एंड सो मेनी टाइम्स दिस स्टेटमेंट विल बी आस्क्ड इन नीट एग्जामिनेशन. अब अपना PYQs देखो, उसमें आप देखोगे कि ऑलमोस्ट हर साल इस तरह का क्वेश्चन पूछा गया है कि ग्राफ्ट रिजेक्शन के लिए कौन से सेल्स रिस्पॉन्सिबल है. योर आंसर शुड बी T lymphocytes. ठीक है. नाउ T प्रोजेनेटर सेल्स आर प्रोड्यूस्ड इन द रेड बोन मैरो. यस, करेक्ट है. हाँ, फिर से समझाऊंगी, वेट. Their maturation occur in thymus. This is also correct, बच्चा. So क्या incorrect है? A option is incorrect. Now A option incorrect क्यों है? मैं फिर से explain कर रही हूँ. Because here it is written they are involved only in cell mediated immunity. Only term is wrong. Only term is wrong. Because T lymphocyte majorly cell mediated immunity के लिए responsible है, but it also हेल्प इन एक्टिवेशन ऑफ B lymphocyte. तो इसका मतलब है कि इसका रोल ह्यूमोरल इम्यूनिटी में भी है. ओके, तो यहाँ पर क्या आना चाहिए? ये दिस इज रॉन्ग. ओके, सो आप बोलोगे मेजरली इट प्लेज अ रोल इन सेल मीडिएटेड इम्यूनिटी, बट ऑल्सो help in humoral immunity. Now I hope this is clear. अब सब कुछ clear है, ठीक है? तो ध्यान रखना है, ये पॉइंट बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है नीट पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से. नाउ लेट्स मूव ऑन टू आवर नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन एंड टाइमर भी आपका स्टार्ट हो चुका है. ट्राई दिस वन. Okay, so try this question. Which of the following are autoimmune disorders? Okay, Mubarak Ashraf. What about others? Prachi. So हमें यहाँ पे find करना है group of autoimmune disorders. Abhishek, Sneha, Sheetal. Okay. Now, myasthenia gravis is autoimmune, rheumatoid arthritis is autoimmune, right? Now, remember, very important point, muscular dystrophy. So, myasthenia gravis and muscular dystrophy you will find in your locomotion and movement chapter. तो याद रखना है आपको कि muscular dystrophy is a genetic disorder. Okay, and this is not considered as autoimmune disorder, right? Systemic lupus erythematosus is definitely autoimmune disorder. तो हमारे पास है A, B and E as the correct answer, right? A, B and E as the correct answer, right? So correct answer is D and not C. Got it? यहाँ पर आपने गलत कर दिया है because muscular dystrophy is a genetic disorder and not autoimmunity. That's why can you see majority of you are giving the incorrect answer. तो ये बहुत ही ज़्यादा important है, ये वाला disease और ये वाला disease, myasthenia gravis and muscular dystrophy. You need to be clear about it from locomotion and movement and definitely asked in exam. Locomotion and movement में तो यही पूछा जाएगा, disorders and joints, that's it mostly. Okay, so be prepared. Yes, Swati, it was D. Next question and your time starts now. बिल्कुल है नहीं, सिस्टमिक लूप नहीं, वो एनसीईआरटी में नहीं है बच्चा, बट बाकी सारे हैं. तो मोस्टली दिस क्वेश्चन वाज टू मेक यू अंडरस्टैंड द डिफरेंस बिटवीन माइस्थीनिया ग्रेविस एंड बिटवीन द मस्कुलर डिस्ट्रॉफी. रिमेंबर, अगर ये एनसीईआरटी में भी नहीं है तो भी एग्जाम में नहीं आएगा, ऐसा कोई गारंटी नहीं है. बिकॉज व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट नीट 2024 द सेकेंड पेपर इन दैट मेनी क्वेश्चंस वर आस्क्ड आउट ऑफ एनसीईआरटी. तो ऐसा भी कुछ एकदम आउट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड नहीं पूछा जाएगा, बट लाइक दिस इट कैन कम. ओके, सो या ट्राई दिस क्वेश्चन. So read the following statement and figure out the correct statements. Okay, so some are saying B and C and D. Let's read this question. पढ़ते हैं और देखते हैं क्या है करेक्ट आंसर यहाँ पर. In continuous culture system, recombinant cells are maintained can maintain their physiologically most active log phase. So what happens in continuous batch culture? From one end we will keep on removing the cells and from one end we will be replenishing the culture medium, right? तो एक तरह से हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं कि cells को हमेशा log phase में रख रहे हैं जिसमें वो continuously divide कर रहा है. So this is correct. Okay. Bioreactors are vessels in which raw materials and non-biologically converted into specific product. Okay, so are they converted non-biologically into products? Question mark. Chalo, next statement. Bioreactors provides optimum condition for multiplication of cells and expression of gene of interest. Correct. Sparger of sparse stirred tank bioreactor help in oxygen delivery. Okay. Now we know that bioreactors are important for large scale production of product, okay, which are obtained from biotechnology. मतलब जब हम एक genetically modified cell prepare करेंगे with the help of biotechnology, it could be a bacteria, it could be any other cell, so it can be grown in that large scale in the bioreactors. So we have two types of bioreactors, stirred tank bioreactors and sparged stirred tank bioreactor. Now what is the difference between the stirred tank bioreactor and sparged stirred tank bioreactor, as they are saying in the second one? So this is correct, because in sparged stirred tank bioreactor, air is pushed in the culture medium with a lot of pressure. What happens? There is formation of bubbles in the culture medium, and that increases the surface area for oxygen delivery to the cells that are growing inside it, right? So ये भी सही है. Okay, and we wanted the correct statement here. So 1 is definitely correct, we have discussed. 3 is correct, we have seen, and 4th is correct. Okay, and यहाँ पर क्या incorrect है in the second statement? Non-biologically. It should be biologically. So correct answer is D. Got it everyone now? Sheetal, very good. Prachi, Sneha, very nice. Swati, have you understood? Okay, so correct answer, that's why will be D. So one more good question for you and your time starts now. Okay, Sheetal, try this one. Okay, Prachi is saying B. What about others? Abhishek. Parth. Chalo. Let's understand. After completion of biosynthetic stage, the separation and purification of product is called. Very, very important statements from which question will be asked in NEET. देखो कुछ points, कुछ topics, सब topics ऐसे होते हैं जो हमेशा NEET में repeat होता है, या तो हर साल या तो alternate years. तो ये उनमें से है, ठीक है? So this is what? This is downstreaming processing. Downstreaming processing में क्या होता है? There is separation and purification of product from the culture medium after the large scale production in the bioreactor. So याद रखना है downstreaming processing में सिर्फ क्या होता है? Separation and purification. याद रहेगा? So answer will be downstreaming processing here. B. Very good. Keep it up. Next question पे आते हैं and your time starts now. Very good, very good. Next question, try this one. Okay, बहुत सारे बच्चे A बोल रहे हैं. Try this. Okay, time up. Formation of recombinant DNA. Okay. So when we are forming recombinant, now what is recombinant DNA? So with the help of biotechnology, if we are putting the gene of interest in the DNA of the host, then we are forming a recombinant DNA, right? So formation of recombinant DNA will be matched with biosynthetic phase. Separation and purification will always be matched with downstreaming processing. Lag-Z selection. Now we have two options here. One is lag-Z selection and beta-galactosidase gene. Okay, so there is insertional inactivation of beta-galactosidase gene, and lag-Z selection is also termed as blue-white screening. So we'll match it with blue-white colonies. So I will repeat this process of insertional inactivation. So in case of vector like PUC vector, what happens? There is a gene. जिस gene को क्या बोला जाता है? lag-Z gene. Okay. So if this lag-Z gene is insertionally inactivated by gene of interest, what will happen? There will be no formation of an enzyme termed as beta galactosidase. Okay, so this gene, LAGZ gene, is important for production of this enzyme beta galactosidase. So if this gene is disrupted by the gene of interest, what will happen? This enzyme will not form. And ये enzyme क्या करता है? It breaks the X-gal present in the culture medium and give blue color. तो मतलब blue color colonies जब मिल रही है हमें culture medium में, that means this gene is intact, right? मतलब the bacteria are non-recombinant. But when we see that the colonies are colorless and when there is no production of blue color, वो कब होगा? जब ये gene disrupt होगा because of gene of interest, there is no production of beta galactosidase enzyme, there will be no breakdown of X-gal in the culture medium and this blue color is not produced. So colorless colonies are of transformant recombinant bacteria और blue color colonies किसकी हैं? Non-recombinant bacteria की. Got it? So yes, हमने match करा है and the correct answer is A. Perfect. Next question and your time starts now. Try this one. And this is good to understand that how when we are solving different questions, one from this chapter, one from that chapter, एक grade 11th का chapter है, एक grade के 12th chapter से question आ गया है. So your brain is trained accordingly. Okay. So try this. राज, स्वाति, प्राची, स्नेहा, मदीना, चलो देखते हैं. अभिषेक, शीतल. Assertion says a piece of DNA is needed to propagate during recombinant DNA procedure requires a vector. So vector is a vehicle that will be carrying our gene of interest to the host organism. Vector ही लेके जाएगा ना gene of interest को host organism में, तो ये तो सही है. So without that we will not be able to work. The vectors provide the origin of replication. Yes. We know this ORI site or origin of replication site is very important for the replication of the gene of interest and also to control the copy numbers. Yes or no? So दोनों ही correct है and even the correct explanation of assertion. So that's why correct answer is A. Very good. Keep it up. Next question and your time starts now. Try this. So try this question. Your timer is running, only 10 seconds left. Okay, time up. Which of the following areas of biotechnology is concerned with enabling the growth of only the desired microbe or eukaryotic cell in large quantities for the manufacture of biotechnology product like antibiotics, vaccines and enzymes? Okay. So basically when we are doing this process of biotechnology, we are designing a recombinant DNA. So we will want only those organisms with recombinant DNA to proliferate, to increase in number. We don't want the contamination with other microbes or other cells, right? So for that we need to maintain a sterile or microbial contamination free environment. Okay. Now remember that this will be important, otherwise what will happen, there will be growth of other cells, okay, with which is not having that gene of interest and we don't want it, then everything will go waste. तो हमें क्या चाहिए, सिर्फ जो cells जिनका gene हमने modify किया या जिनका genetic material हमने modify किया है, सिर्फ वो grow करें. Okay, so that's why correct answer will be B. Next question and your time starts now. Very good question. Try this one. Let's discuss. What is the fate of a piece of DNA carrying only gene of interest which is transferred to the alien organism, means host organism यहाँ पर. So when we put any piece of DNA in the host organism, what will happen? The piece of DNA would be able to multiply itself independently in the progeny? No. Imagine whenever we are putting a gene of interest, first of all it will integrate with the DNA of the recipient or the host, and then with that host DNA our gene of interest will multiply. So independently वो gene of interest multiply नहीं कर सकता है. It needs that vector जिसमें है origin of replication site या ORI site. तो independently नहीं कर सकता है. That's why this will be wrong. Now it may get integrated into the genome of the recipient. Absolutely. It may multiply and be inherited along with the host DNA. Yes, absolutely. It will be passed on to the next generation as well. The alien piece of DNA is not an integral part of chromosome. No. It shows the ability to replicate. So remember that it shows the ability to replicate but not all alone. Okay. So when we look at the option, we can see only B and C will be correct. Okay, because it is not on its own. Yes. So that's why correct answer is A and not B. Okay, very good Abhishek, very nice. Sneha. Others understood ये B क्यों नहीं है and why it is only A. Because whenever we are putting the alien piece of DNA or the gene of interest into the host organism, it needs to get integrated in the genome or the DNA of the host organism. It needs to replicate with its help, with the help of origin of replication site, and then it will be passed on to the next generation. वो खुद से कुछ नहीं कर पाएगा. Okay, so keep this in mind. Biotechnology जैसे मैंने बोला है, इस चैप्टर का वेटेज बहुत ज़्यादा है. So biotechnology, biomolecules and human reproduction, तो ये ऐसे चैप्टर्स हैं जिनका वेटेज ज़्यादा है. तो वहाँ किसी भी क्वेश्चन में if you are doing it wrong, pay attention. चलिए next question and your timer starts now. Okay. Everyone please answer. Let's see what will be the correct answer here. Now statement 1 says Bacillus thuringiensis form protein crystals throughout its life cycle. तो बच्चा throughout its life cycle is wrong because Bacillus thuringiensis will form these protein crystals during a specific stage of their life cycle and that stage is porocyst stage. तो throughout वो नहीं बनाता है. First thing. The inactive protein crystals formed by Bacillus thuringiensis are solubilized in the gut of the insect at the neutral pH. No, it should be alkaline pH. So both are incorrect. Answer will be both statement 1 and 2 are incorrect. That means D. Okay, so write this down. Pay attention. Correct answer यहाँ पर क्या होगा? D. Next question and your time starts now. Try this one. So what does downstreaming processing technologies in biotechnology refers to? So your answer should be, it refers to the purification, the separation and the purification. यहाँ पर देखते हैं कहाँ पर है, answer is purifying protein and organic compound. So correct answer is C and nothing else. Simple question. Yes or no? Okay. Next question and your time starts now. Yes, Harsh, Madina, Sneha, Abhishek, Sheetal, Prachi, figure out the correct answer. Yes, BVK's creation, please tell your name, I forgot. Chalo batao correct answer. The corn borers are controlled by protein coded from BT gene namely. So BT gene, kaun sa BT gene, okay, is responsible for killing the corn borers. This you should remember, right? So correct answer for this question will be Cry1AB. Okay, so this gene will be producing toxins that will be lethal for corn borers. Kumara Swami, okay, perfect. Chalo. Now let's move on to our next question, and this is a question from breathing and exchange of gases. So try this. Your timer starts now. C, B, lot of confusion. Okay, majority is C only. So still your timer is running. Okay, so time up. Partial pressure of oxygen in atmosphere will be maximum, which is around 159 millimeter mercury. Partial pressure of oxygen in alveoli will be a bit lesser than it, that is 104 millimeter mercury. Partial pressure of oxygen in oxygenated blood is 95 millimeter mercury, and in tissues it is 40 millimeter mercury, very less. Why? Because respiration is going on in the tissue and there is utilization of oxygen and production of carbon dioxide. So that's why you can see that the partial pressure of oxygen is less in case of tissues. So very simple, match the following. Okay, so correct answer will be C. Yes or no? C. Yes. Silly mistake, but it's fine. It's fine means this is not such a silly mistake that cannot be corrected or there is no knowledge gap. तो अगर आपने यहाँ पर कुछ थोड़ा भी गड़बड़ किया है, that could be corrected because it is a straightforward data from NCERT. याद रखना next time. Okay. Let's move on to our next question and your time starts now. Yes, tell me fast, everyone. Answer here. Okay. C, A. Now listed below are the factors regarding formation of oxyhemoglobin. So first of all, let's recall कि oxyhemoglobin बनेगा कहाँ? ये बनेगा at the level of alveoli. Right? Now alveoli में भी ये बनेगा oxyhemoglobin when the partial pressure of oxygen is high. Partial pressure of carbon dioxide is less. Temperature is less. H plus ions less. pH high. So ये सारे factors will promote the formation of oxyhemoglobin. So high PO2, yes. Low PCO2, yes. Less H plus ion concentration, yes. Low temperature, yes. Low pH, no. The pH should be high. And obviously H plus and pH, ये तो antagonist ही होगा ना. Antagonist in the sense ये तो opposite होगा. अगर H plus ion बढ़ रहा है, that means acidity बढ़ रहा है, that means pH should be less. Yes or no? So except for 5, everything will favor. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 and this 1, 2, 3, 4 is option C. Am I correct? So yeah, Sneha, understood? Okay, no worries. Pay attention next time. Okay, so correct answer here is C. Next question, try this. What would be the immediate effect when for some reason mitral valve fail to close completely, and your time starts now. So try this question fast. Keep on answering, everyone. Yes, Neha, Bhanu, let's see. So what would be the immediate effect when for some reason mitral valve? So first of all, you need to understand where is mitral valve present. Okay, so mitral valve is another name of bicuspid valve. And this is present in between the left atria and left ventricle on the left hand side. Okay, now let's see the options. Cardiac output decreases, pressure in pulmonary vein decreases. Now left ventricle pushes blood in the aorta, okay, so that the blood is distributed to all over body, right? Pressure in the left atrium decreases, pressure in the left ventricle increases. So what will happen when the mitral valve is not functioning? Ultimately the cardiac output reduces. Okay, so we know what is cardiac output. It is the volume of blood pumped out by each ventricle during 1 minute. Okay, and if we are talking about stroke volume, then it becomes per beat, isn't it? So here it is cardiac output that will reduce because of the mitral valve not functioning properly. So that's why correct answer should be A and not B. Okay, why I will tell you. Here they are saying pressure in pulmonary vein decreases. Here they are writing pulmonary vein. Okay, so pulmonary vein is bringing oxygenated blood in the left atria. Right, it will not have any relationship with the mitral valve not functioning properly. And in fact, the pressure should increase. Okay. Now, pressure in left atrium decreases. So, again, same thing. The pressure should increase in the left atrium. Pressure in the left ventricle increases. No. Okay. No, because when the valve is not functioning, ultimately the cardiac output will reduce because the blood will keep on retaining in the left ventricle or left atria, right? So correct answer, that's why will be A. Next question, and your time starts now. So always remember that it is very important for the valves to function properly, because bicuspid and tricuspid valve is important to prevent the backflow of blood. So when it is not working properly, there will be backflow of blood from the ventricles to the atria. Okay, so backflow hoga to cardiac output kam hoga. Yes. So if we read this question, O blood group person is referred as universal donor. So O blood group person, A and B antigen are absent to initiate agglutination in the recipient. Perfect. So अगर हम बात करते हैं O blood group individuals की, so in their RBC they don't have the A and B antigen on the surface of RBC. So that means if we are giving this blood to any host or any recipient, what will happen? देयर विल नॉट बी एनी एग्लूसिनेशन रिएक्शन बिकॉज एंटीजन ही नहीं है, तो एंटीबॉडीज एंड एंटीजन का रिएक्शन नहीं होगा. So assertion is true, reason is true, and reason is the correct explanation of assertion. But similarly, when we talk about AB blood group, we say that AB blood group individuals are universal recipient. क्यों होता है? Because in these individuals, the plasma is devoid of A and B antibodies. So if you give any blood to them, okay, they don't have that A and B specific antibodies. So again, there will not be any agglutination reaction. Okay, so remember this. Here the answer was A. Next question, and your timer starts now. चलो देखते हैं. Statement 1 says uric acid is excreted with maximum loss of water in land snails and insects. So uric acid is the least toxic nitrogenous waste. It will require very less water for its excretion. So though it is the nitrogenous waste in the land snails and insects, but यहाँ पर लिखा है with maximum loss of water, which is wrong. Because बहुत थोड़ा सा पानी चाहिए होता है for its elimination. Got it? Now excretion of the least toxic nitrogenous waste product as the main excretory product is a terrestrial adaptation. So this is correct. ठीक है? So least toxic है uric acid और उसको बहुत कम पानी चाहिए होता है excretion के लिए. So definitely it is a terrestrial adaptation. तो ये सही है. So statement 1 is false. Statement 2 is true. So correct answer is C. Yes, you got tricked because of this. Okay. So पूरा statement पढ़ना है, सारे ही keywords देखने हैं और अपना जो mistake है उसको minimize करना है. So be careful next time. Next question पे आते हैं. Time आपका शुरू हो चुका है. Figure out the correct answer. Time up. So first of all, I will mark this incorrect statement. Kidneys are situated between the level of first thoracic and third lumbar vertebra. So यहाँ पर first thoracic लिखा है. Last thoracic होगा ना, first थोड़ी होगा. So this is wrong. Inside the kidney, there are two zones, the peripheral cortex and the inner medulla. Yes. यहाँ पर करते हैं easy. Each kidney has nearly 1 million complex tubular structure called nephridia. It should be nephrons. The outer layer of kidney is a tough capsule which protect and maintain its shape. ये तो सही है. So incorrect ही बताना था. A and C will be incorrect. So correct answer should be C. Got it? Correct answer is C. Incorrect बताना था क्योंकि correct नहीं बताना था. So pay attention always, even if you mark everything correctly, but अगर incorrect की जगह correct बता दिया then -5. Yes. चलो. Next question and your time starts now. +4 perfect. ये वाले क्वेश्चन का आंसर करिए. फ्रॉम न्यूरल कंट्रोल एंड कोऑर्डिनेशन. न्यूरल कंट्रोल एंड कोऑर्डिनेशन बहुत ही छोटा चैप्टर हो गया अभी, बहुत ज़्यादा कंटेंट उसमें नहीं है क्वेश्चन पूछने के लिए, तो वो एक नीट बॉम्बर चैप्टर बन जाता है क्योंकि हमें ऑलमोस्ट पता होता है कि क्वेश्चन कहाँ से आएगा क्योंकि चैप्टर बहुत छोटा है. सो पे अटेंशन देयर. योर टाइम इज अप. लेट्स फिगर आउट. Thalamus is the major coordinating center for sensory and motor signaling. Association area is responsible for complex function like intersensory association, communication, memory. Pons Veroli established the basic rhythm of respiration. So basically, basic rhythm of respiration is controlled by medulla oblongata because respiratory rhythm center is present there, and the pneumotaxic center is present in pons, but we don't have any other option. कोई बात नहीं. Hypothalamus definitely control body temperature, urge for eating and drinking. तो यहाँ पे हमें बताना था which of the following structure or region of human brain is incorrectly matched. So which is incorrectly matched? This one 3, because यहाँ पर होना चाहिए था medulla oblongata. Okay, because respiratory rhythm center is there in medulla oblongata and pneumotaxic center is there in pons veroli. तो आंसर यहाँ पर क्या है? 3. ओके, परफेक्ट. तो यहाँ पर आंसर क्या है? 3 है. ये इनकरेक्ट है ना. रेस्पिरेटरी रिदम सेंटर तो मेड्यूला में है, पॉन्स में तो न्यूमोटैक्सिक सेंटर है. ओके, सो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन एंड योर टाइम स्टार्ट्स नाउ. एंड प्लीज डोंट फॉरगेट टू लाइक द सेशन. सब्सक्राइब कर लो इन्फिनिटी लर्न नीट चैनल को अगर आपने सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है अभी तक तो. ओके, एंड ज्वाइन कर लो हमारा टेलीग्राम चैनल. सबका लिंक आपको चैट बॉक्स में मिल जाएगा या डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में मिल जाएगा, क्योंकि इसका पीडीएफ भी तो चाहिए होगा ना. तो पीडीएफ कहाँ मिलेगा? टेलीग्राम चैनल पे, इन्फिनिटी लर्न नीट का जो टेलीग्राम चैनल है वहाँ पर. ओके ओके, परफेक्ट. थैंक यू वेरी मच. योर टाइम इज अप. ओके, आंसर करने का टाइम खत्म हो चुका है. फिर भी जब तक मैं आंसर बता रही हूँ फटाफट से आंसर कर दो इन द चैट बॉक्स. Arrange the following event of synaptic transmission in a proper sequence. So सबसे पहले तो बात करेंगे what is a synapse. Synapse is the junction between two neurons. So axon of one neuron will be connected to the dendron of another neuron. तो उसे हम बोलेंगे synapse. दो तरह के synapse होते हैं. One is electrical synapse in which the presynaptic membrane is in close proximity with the postsynaptic membrane. So there is a direct transmission of impulse from one neuron to another. But when we talk about chemical synapse, there is a gap. Okay, so there will be a gap between the presynaptic and the postsynaptic membrane, and इस gap को बोला जाता है synaptic cleft. Okay, and in the presynaptic axon का जो synaptic knob है, there will be vesicles filled with neurotransmitters, for example acetylcholine. Now what happens in a chemical synapse when there is arrival of the action potential or impulse? What happens? These vesicles is pushed to the periphery because of opening of calcium ion channels. The vesicles will be pushed to the periphery and there will be fusion of the membrane of vesicle and presynaptic membrane, and the content of the vesicle will be released in the cleft. Content क्या था? Neurotransmitter. Now these neurotransmitters will bind to the receptors present on the postsynaptic membrane, and because of which there will be opening of the ion channels in the postsynaptic membrane. There will be formation of end plate potential, that is action potential, and then this end plate potential will go further in the form of action potential. So basically यहाँ पर थोड़ा complex mechanism है for the transmission of impulse from one neuron to another, isn't it? तो अब हम इसको आराम से solve कर सकते हैं. तो सबसे पहले तो हम देखेंगे क्या होगा. सो यहाँ पे प्री एंड पोस्ट साइनेप्टिक मेम्ब्रेन लिखा हुआ है. सबसे पहले होगा रिलीज ऑफ न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर इनटू द साइनेप्टिक क्लेफ्ट. सो करेक्ट आंसर, सो फर्स्ट विल बी सी. ओके, सो वी हैव ओनली टू ऑप्शंस हियर. नाउ आफ्टर द रिलीज ऑफ न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर्स इट विल बाइंड टू द रिसेप्टर्स प्रेजेंट ऑन द पोस्ट साइनेप्टिक मेम्ब्रेन. मतलब सी के बाद अब क्या आना चाहिए? ए. ओके, तो C के बाद A दोनों में ही सेम है, राइट. नाउ आफ्टर द बाइंडिंग ऑफ द न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर टू द रिसेप्टर, देयर विल बी ओपनिंग ऑफ आयन चैनल इन द पोस्ट साइनेप्टिक मेम्ब्रेन. मतलब उसके बाद क्या आएगा, डी, और फिर जाके जनरेशन ऑफ न्यू पोटेंशियल इन द पोस्ट साइनेप्टिक न्यूरॉन होगा. सो इसके बाद आएगा B. तो हमारा आंसर हमें मिल गया है, इट इज C, isn't it? So I hope this process is also understood, this question, and the answer is also understood and there is no confusion. Okay, so transmission of nerve impulse में इस तरह से question पूछा जा सकता है, remember this. Now let's move on to our next question and your time starts now. Question from human reproduction. Like कर दो बच्चे जल्दी से. There are so many students live in the class but only few likes. So those who have not liked the session, make sure you like it and share the session with your friends also. चलो. Which of the following occur during the 5th month of gestation period? So chronology of development is important. 5th month में क्या होता है? The movement of the fetus is observed. Okay, so first movement of the fetus and appearance of hair on only the head will be observed. So yeah, correct answer is D here. And ये आपको याद रखना है. Specifically 5th month is asked in examination many times. Okay. Next question and your time starts now. Simplest question ever. I refrain from bringing such simple questions but I bought some. तो try करो और बताओ क्या होगा correct answer. Which part of human sperm has mitochondria? So answer is simple, the middle piece. And the spiral arrangement of the mitochondria is termed as Nebenkern. So remember this, correct answer is B. Perfect. So let's move on to our next question and your time starts now. B. Now in the blastomeres in the blastocyst that are arranged into an outer layer. So the outer layer in the blastocyst is termed as the trophoblast layer. Now it's a sticky layer that help in implantation, that help in release of HCG initially. It also takes part in formation of the placenta later on. Okay, so yeah, also give nutrition to the inner cell mass. So बहुत ही important layer है ये trophoblast. Perfect. It is B. Next question and your time starts now. So try this. Okay. So statement 1 says the fitness according to Darwin refer ultimately and only to reproductive fitness. Yes. So according to Darwin, the better fit will leave more progenies. Okay, so their chances of survival will be more. So that is correct. Those who are better fit in an environment leave more progenies than other. Yeah, definitely. So both the statements are correct. So your correct answer is C. Perfect. Next question, and your time starts now. Try this one. Which of the following is evidence of common ancestry? Okay, perfect. So the correct answer will be similarities in proteins and genes. Okay, so the same protein and same genes will be present in all the organisms. If you are talking about any plant or a microbe or any animal, so the same gene will be producing the same type of proteins, and proteins are also similar in all of them, right? Amino acids are same. So this is termed as molecular homology, and definitely it tells us about common ancestry. So correct answer यहाँ पर क्या है? A. याद रखना है for future. Okay. So with this we are ending our amazing session, and जहाँ पर हमने किए सारे chapters grade 11th and 12th के cover with some very good questions. सो रिमेंबर कि जितना इम्पॉर्टेंट ये सेशन लाइव अटेंड करना है, क्योंकि 30 सेकेंड्स में आपको आंसर करना पड़ता है, उससे भी ज़्यादा इम्पॉर्टेंट है इसका PDF संभाल के रखना. सो मेक श्योर यू आर ज्वाइनिंग आवर टेलीग्राम चैनल, और जैसे मैंने बताया था आप टेस्ट सीरीज ज्वाइन कर सकते हो. एंड डोंट फॉरगेट टू लाइक द सेशन एंड सब्सक्राइब टू इन्फिनिटी लर्न नीट चैनल. So like this, make sure you are joining me every day at 3 p.m. for solving wonderful questions with me. So I will be bringing a mix of questions, assertion reason questions, statement based question, match the following questions for you all. Okay? So all these questions are handcrafted for you guys. So make sure you are not missing. Okay? So bye bye, take care, see you all in the next class. Kal milenge 3 p.m. on the same channel. Take care.